Welcome back to Truth Quest. My name is Aaron Moriarity. I will be your host, and we're going on a quest for truth together. Let me get situated here. Oh, the spaceship gets all twisted around. I hope you're all having a wonderful Monday. I see we have a full chat. I was right about ready to start, and my computer crashed, so I'm sorry about that. Would have been on a little earlier. And Dark Brain looks like, okay, Catherine Weiss, welcome to the program. Dark Brain, welcome to the program. And Mud Rabbit. And I saw that Mud Rabbit's feeling a little bit tired. And so I hope that you're feeling better. I hope that you're on the mend. But, and thank you for keeping us updated on that. Let's see, who else is here? Mod Squad. Yeah, we got you covered. There's a priest in the middle. Oh my. Well, I better get the music going. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? Well, the weather here has been kind of okay. Hasn't been snowing or anything, so we don't have to be shoveling the weather right now. A lot of things are happening. Oh my goodness, Peggy Dancer's here. Hello, Peggy. And look what this, what's this? Catherine Weiss. Thank you so very much, Catherine. Wow, that is awesome. Thank you so much. Super chats are kind of like what makes this show happen. So thank you so much. And it looks like Up 3 is here. Hello, Up 3 and Just Josh. Peggy Dancer. And Operation Shutdown. That's my cue. Operation Shutdown, because we're just on Reigns of Strange, where the outrageous is contagious, and the paranormal is the new normal. So there you go. It's always that way. The new normal. Much love, buddy. Hey, all friends. Love to see you, too. Awesome to be here. Well, there's some interesting things. Boy, I'm so glad I don't have television anymore. I'm so glad I don't pay to watch the crap they're putting on there, because I can just tell by the few pictures I've seen on the intranet of the, what was the Golden Globes or whatever it was. Very demonic, very evil looking, very devilly. It's, I mean, they can't just say it's a marketing ploy anymore. It's pretty much, it's disgusting. But I think our good friend sums it up pretty nicely with a quote. And which friend are we talking about here? Our old friend. The guy with the original false eyebrow look, and did it very well, might I add. And that would be our old friend, Mr. Marx himself, Groucho. I find television very educating. Yeah, every time somebody turns on the set, I go into the other room and read a book. Groucho Marx. So if you want natural looking eyebrows, take a look at that. Natural looking mustache. Maybe you can't grow a mustache. All you need is a Sharpie or a grease pencil. And there you go. See, so many years ago, he showed us all how to do it. Look at that. How do you like that? You left a comment on Twitter to CBS. Oh, good. Complaining about that? You know, I saw a picture of Madonna, and I just feel so bad. So bad for these people that get trapped in this, and it goes down that evil path there, and pretty soon they're looking like the Bogdanov brothers, right? That's right. That's right, Dark Brain. They used to have to play the record backwards to get that evil message. Now they just shove it in your face. That's right. They really do. It's they're not being coy about it anymore. So I was looking at Madonna, and wait, I don't know. She reminds me there. Yeah. Oh, that's who she reminds me of. That's it. She's turning into a Muppet. No, I really just don't know what the goal is here. Is it just no lines? Well, it looks like you never smiled in your life, and you put some like fake cheekbones under your skin. The thing is, nature, the way you are naturally, is just you can't beat it. You just can't. Yeah, it's very sad. I think Muppet looks better, don't you think? Yeah, yeah, for only so long. Yeah, because they could turn it around at any time. Of course, they might be so deep into it. We don't know what their world is like, really. We can just see little bits and pieces of it. I'm sure it's pretty dark and pretty twisted. CBS tweeted for a show that they were ready to worship. Oh, God. Yeah, I try not to give any attention to that. This, though, it's... Oh, well. Oops. Oh, my goodness. What was that? I don't even know what that was. There's something I did a long time ago. Fear not. That's right. Fear is where it gets you in trouble. Even animals can sense fear. So fear is never good to have. Be fearless. I heard someone said a long time ago to a kid who was afraid of the dark, told him, "Hey, close your eyes. What do you see?" "Nothing." "Are you afraid of nothing?" "No." "Well, then why are you afraid of the dark?" "Because there's just nothing there." So it's like closing your eyes. It's like, yeah, okay. Gotcha. Something happened. Date modified. There we go. All right. Okay. Here we go. Did you hear this news? I love it when the deep state tries to, I don't know, tries to attack a patriot, and then it just boomerangs on them. I mean, like all these companies saying, if you, like, what was that company recently? The CEO said, "Oh, if you support traditional marriage, don't shop at my, or eat at my," whatever it was. Really? Why would that matter to anybody? Why should that matter? I mean, but so take a look at this. Maybe you've heard this. I just saw this right before I came on. So I think it's a semi-breaking. Oops. Gotta push that over there. So Bed Bath & Beyond is preparing to seek bankruptcy protection as soon as this week and has lined up liquidators to close additional stores unless a last-minute buyer emerges. Mike Lindell is releasing My Pillow 2 to raise the money to buy every B&B and turn them into my stores. Oh, yeah. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Don't you like it? I love it. Love it, love it. Can't get enough of it. Isn't that just groovy like a record? Just like a boomerang coming back. It is epic. Yes, it is epic. Yeah, maybe look at Mitt Romney in there. Isn't that what he does? He liquidates companies, he destroys companies and destroys lives. Yeah, he's a businessman. Some modern businessmen aren't businessmen. They're liquidators. Survival of the fittest. That's right. Whoever has the best pillow wins. Remember when that Parkland High School guy was going to make his own left-wing pillows? Didn't last too long. So funny. Everyone thinks they can just do something like that. It takes a lot to start a company like that. Believe me, it takes a lot to start a company. It does. It takes a mega lot. You ever watch these shows? I mean, I haven't watched TV anymore, but when I did, some of the shows that were interesting were like, I don't know, these people would travel around and you'd bring your things, artwork or sculptures or pottery or fine art that you got maybe at a garage sale, and they say, oh my goodness, this is worth a lot. Well, check this out. Keep that in mind. That is awesome. Keep this in mind when you look at this. Check this out. Ma'am, this is a very rare Pepe. Used in the very first meme war. Wow. Look at that. Wow, what a find. I bet it was a garage sale find. You're going to find memes popping up at garage sales, so be on the lookout. You might find a good one. You could, I don't know, fund your grandkids' colleges with it, right? There you go. Oh, you worked for Talbot's when they closed 150? Whoa, stores. Wow. We had the liquidators in store. Okay. Well, that must have been something to go through. That Pepe fetches big bucks. Oh, yeah. Hello, James Rohrback. Good to see you here. Yeah, that is a rare Pepe. Used in the very first meme war. Remember that? Memes at the ready. Memes at the ready. Be prepared to launch those memes out into the intranet so people can see it and get knowledge and get knowledge, right? That's why I really think meme learning is could be a big thing. Meme learning, because really, I mean, flashcards are meme learning. Just put everything on cards. Meme learning, right there. Better than this whole CRT thing or any of that kind of junk, right? That's right. That is right. Here's some public art that's kind of cool. Check this out. It's just a mishmash of stuff today, friends, because we're in a mishmash world. Isn't that clever? It was a dingy old wall, and this whoever this is made it into something pretty darn fun. Isn't that cool? It's actually done very well. It's funny. Love it. Hello, free range brain. Good to see you here. Yeah, well, what do we get for winning the meme war? We get more meme wars. We can't stop now. The memes are where it's at. Yeah, Sweet Pea's got his too. Squeezing that can. You know, they got the Popeye spinach you can buy, but they don't have it in the squeeze can. Don't you think they should do that? I think they should do the Popeye, real Popeye spinach in a squeeze can. And if you get it to go up and then come right in your mouth, that would be really cool. Because what a cool way to eat, huh? You know what? I think I just figured out a way how we can beat AI with cartoons. We could convince the AI that cartoons are two-dimensional beings that they can't infiltrate. Ooh, there you go. It's going to take something like that. AI doesn't get memes? Well, it can't be too smart then. We might have a little, but artists are being displaced, and then I'm really upset about that. I'm really upset that artists are being displaced. I saw this artist crying because she's losing her job to AI artist that can whip out a masterpiece painting in seconds in any style. It's like I remember back in 79 and 80 when confusers were first starting to come out. And I was trying, I was in high school and trying to figure out what kind of profession I wanted to go into. Maybe I was in junior high when I was thinking about this. And I was in drafting class, and I was really good at drafting and architecture and stuff like that. And I wanted to maybe go into that. I was really excited about it, actually. I could I got really good at turning the pencil. You turn the pencil as you are drawing with it, gently rotate the pencil so that it doesn't wear too much on one side. It always retains a point. I mean, little tricks like that. But I was really good at drafting and architecture, but computers were just starting to come out. And I thought to myself, wait a minute, a computer could do this, so maybe I shouldn't go into this. But I wasn't thinking that you need people to log this stuff in. I didn't think that far. But I thought, well, I could see computers taking that industry over. But I thought, well, it's going to take computers a little longer to do anything creative. So I better go in to do something creative, because that's like something that computers can't do yet. Now they can do it, and it's annoying. It went too fast, folks. Even from 1980 to now, that's too fast for me. For me. Oh, here's one that Mud Rabbit needs to see for sure, and anyone else living down there in Florida, in Florigator County, there, Florigators. So here we are. Meanwhile, in Florida, the alligators have developed sign-making skills. See, look at they're right there. Runners, move to the side of the road when a vehicle approaches. Oh man, they are getting clever. Look at that. Yes, 99 Loof balloons. Comedy killed the AI star. There you go. Hello, Andre. I'm doing good. How are you? I know it. Isn't that weird? Confusers are getting too good, too good at what they do. There's less and less that people can do that a computer can't do. But guess what? When there's an EMP or we get hit with a solar flash, nothing electronic is going to work. So then skills are going to matter again. So keep your skills up, folks. Oh, you're doing good. All righty. Yep. Everybody's having fun out here in the chatteroony. So there you go. Those gators, I'm telling you, they're pretty crafty. Pretty crafty. Oh, look, there's the leader and the chief of all of our military right there. Yep. Good thing those are edible crayons. That's all I can say. I know it was a piece of pizza, but somebody cleverly put the crayons. I think that's so funny. This probably could happen. Oh, you're moving back to Florida, Andre? All right. There you go. There you go. Gonna get fluoridated, huh? Gonna get fluoridated. Watch out for those gators. They're making signs now. They're evolving quickly. Look at how everyone looks at him. Ever notice that? People look at him like there's sort of like a kind of a feeling of disbelief or what? Right? I mean, he's a national embarrassment. He's a global embarrassment every day. Oh, you were born at Fort Lauderdale, Florida? Wow, that's a pretty good memory you got there. I can't remember where I was born. I was pretty young at the time. But there you go. There he is eating some crayons with the troops there. Like a true leader that he is. My God. It's so the world hinges on what that guy says. Think about it. If he's out of his favorite kind of ice cream, he might just start a war or something because he doesn't have his butterscotch ice cream or whatever the heck he likes the best. Scary. I wonder what flavor of Crayola he likes the best. The water doesn't freeze where gators live. Oh, is that because of the gators? They keep it warm? Or they just seek out the warm area? I guess gators have figured out which is the best state. They're waiting for all the people to catch up to them, huh? Is that what's happening? Look, it's the Simpsons house. It exists. It's totally there. Look at that. That's it. Wow. They found it. They found it. Look at that. I mean, the placement of the antenna is the only difference. The numbers. It has bushes in the same spots. Did someone have that built? I think I remember hearing that. Someone actually built the Simpson house. Maybe that's what that is. But I thought that was pretty cool. That's it, man. That was one of the funniest intros to a show, is the Simpsons intro. So funny. Works at a nuclear power plant. A little vial of glowing green stuff bounces around, ends up in Bart's pocket or something. So funny. Oh my goodness. Back in my day, people died non-suddenly. Yes, they did. They died very non-subtly, suddenly. You know, I don't remember anyone ever dying like on TV, like we see all the time now. I take that back. I did see one person die once on stage. And it was very sad. He was an Elvis impersonator, and he was in his 50s. And he only had part of his heart working, and his doctor told him that he probably shouldn't be doing the Elvis shows anymore. And he didn't really, started to do like nursing homes, just taking it easy, doing small gigs. And then he called up my buddy Ronnie Craig, who runs the Elvis Explosion every year, every September, out in Wisconsin here, La Crosse, Wisconsin. And then he wanted tickets because he wanted to see a show. He said, "Oh, you should come and you should compete." He said, "Oh, no, my doctor says, oh, you should, it's only 2 songs, come on." He talked him into it. And I was filming it. Actually, I was filming it. And after his first song, and he sang it brilliantly. I mean, I went up to the front of the stage with my camera and my video camera. I had it on the tripod, and I was just watching him because he sounded so much like Elvis. He's a local La Crosse guy. And after his first song, he put the mic down. He says, I can't do this. And he fell over, and he was dead by the time he hit the ground, the stage. People gathered around him and tried to revive him. And that was the only time I've ever seen anyone, but he had a extreme heart condition where he had just limited parts of his heart working. And hello, Cajun Jules and Mad Pogue. Good to see you here, Mad Pogue and Cajun Jules. But yeah, people didn't just die suddenly. That's the only one I can remember in my whole life. And that was, oh gosh, 2004, 3 or something like that. Long time ago. Yeah, it's horrible what's happening. Yeah, here's something interesting. 3 days ago, Western countries closed down their consulates in Turkey. And I don't know if this is true or not. I just saw this. Three 3 years ago, speculation on man-made earthquakes to bring Turkey to its knees. Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. Well, if they can control the weather, they can probably tip off an earthquake, especially if they know all the fault lines. All they got to do is hit it with some certain type of beam that they got, right? Who knows? Who knows? Oh, and it was only a matter of time, folks. That that alleged Chinese alleged spy balloon. We don't know what kind of balloon it was. It was a balloon, some kind of instruments on it. But it just gives a message to the rest of the world. Come fly away in your beautiful, beautiful balloon. Fly your balloons here. Well, now another country has gotten into the mix here. Check this out. Sleepy Joe, you should have shot it down sooner, because now the gates are wide open and now we got a real serious threat. Check this out. Coming from Mexico. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at those prying googly eyes it's got. It looks like a piñata balloon. There you go. And I also saw one coming in from Germany. It looks like a big stein full of beer. You seen that big mug of beer? That's the one that Germany is sending over. But yeah, so they're trying to say that, same thing happened during Trump. Then Trump people are like, oh no, it didn't happen. Oh yeah, it did. Our people saw it, but we didn't tell your people. Ha ha. This sounds, is it just me, or does this all sound like sophomoric, junior high pranking, lying? It seems so sophomoric. Hello, James Rohrback. Did I already say that? I think I already did. Yeah. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild out there. You got to worry about all these different balloons coming in. Be on the lookout now. But no, they didn't come during Trump's time. And if they did and he wasn't told, then guess what? They have something to answer about there. That's treason. He has to know. Doesn't matter if you think he's too hot-headed. Look what being hot-headed did. It got everyone in NATO to pay up what they needed to pay up. It got China paying tariffs like they've never paid before. It got to walk through the which is that zone there in South Korea. So there you go. It's so funny. You remember all the previous presidents when they used to go down, or dignitaries, when they used to go down to South Korea, they would go to this outpost. They'd look through this telescope or these binoculars. Oh, look, there's the demilitarized zone right over there. Yeah. Oh, it's way over there. Yeah. But there's Trump just walking right through it, like shaking hands with Kim Jong-un. Like, here's how you do peace. You actually do it. Showing the world that it's all possible. I love it. So all these lies that these other people tell you, just don't listen to it. Listen to this. This is from Paul Sperry, Developing. I'm told there'll be surprises in Durham's final report related to the FBI's investigation of the Clinton emails and Clinton Foundation. I like that. The Durham inquiry focused on FBI's probe of Trump. Former AG Barr authorized him to look into FBI's probes of both 2016 candidates. Equal justice, baby. Equal. There you go. Yeah, right? First they try to get him on the classified papers. It's like, no, he can declassify anything in his belongings is his. You lose. They couldn't get him on that. They're ensnaring their own people. It's kind of like when you're playing chess and you're trying to get the other queen and you sacrifice your bishop and your rook, and your other bishop and your knights, trying to get that queen. You just can't do it, but you keep sacrificing others. This is what they're doing. They're just, yeah. Something else, man. Something else. Oh, lordy, lordy. Look who's 40. Oh, and I want to thank everyone who listened to that impromptu short show we did, 22-minute show with Isn't It Posh? The music from the 80s that my friends made, Johnny and Ray and Dave and Luzanne. And so I like listening to it too. So it's pretty cool music, I think. And but I thought, oh, I'll put on the closed caption, see what if it picks up on the words or whatever. And so it says music, foreign music, and then it says this. I think this was Success with Pleasure. I think this was it. The song. Let me see. Okay. So Success with Pleasure, it changed it to, I got to get rid of that. Hold on. It changed it to Obsessed with Pleasures. So he's saying, success with pleasure is all that we're after. Obsessed with pleasures. I thought that was hilarious. Funny. Here's a tragic 6-year-old Marie Weaver. 6 years old. Man. I'm not going to say anything about it. Oh, there's me with my first granddaughter, Hazel. It was just her birthday. She turned 4. She's so cool. That was first picture of me and her. There's even a little video with her in it. Did a couple years ago, so check that out too. Hey, there's Aaron, my boy. And guess what, folks? I'm glad that AJ's here. Good to see you here, buddy. Let's see if this comes up. Oh, are we freezing up? We'll be freezing up again, folks. All right. I did a little logo for my son's woodworking business. So check this out. If you need some woodworking, there's awesome stuff. Maybe you've seen some of it on here. Moriarity Woodworking Designs LLC, and there's his number. There you go. That's it. You need a cutting board. You need a table. He makes stuff out of wood, exotic wood. He makes the flipsters with multicolored, different colored woods, exotic woods like Paduk and other cool sounding type of woods. Very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. No, it was her birthday on the 4th. Peggy. Yes, Cajun. 80s music of all kinds is the greatest. If you haven't checked out that video, go check it out. It's got 4 songs, although the first song is also played last. So you hear the title track there twice. And so, they were shopping these songs around to different record companies like Geffen. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Cajun. Yeah, it'll be against a white background, so it'll look a little cooler. But that's a cool number he's got, 8,300 right there. So you need some woodworking done, some awesome, cool stuff. There you go. Give my son a call. And if you're thinking about naming your kid after yourself, just remember, whose mail is this? Oh, I got your mail. Oh yeah, Dad, I got your mail too. Okay, here's your mail. Okay, here's yours. That can happen, especially when we live in the same town. George Foreman, he went ahead and named all of his kids after himself. Did you know that? So there you go. That's the number to call if you want some awesome woodworking. And there's going to be something coming up on the 17th here, some kind of in-town shopping. They're at the Tap, I think. So if you're in town, check that out. He's going to have some stuff there. So that'll be cool. That will be cool. I'm going to throw the StreamYard number in so you can call in if you like. Uh-oh. Everything's getting wonky here. Did it go? It didn't go. There it went. Yeah, Georgina. I think he's got 2 daughters, maybe. George and Georgina and all the Georges. It'd be easier to call them for lunch. Hey, Georges, Georginas, lunchtime. Instead of calling all their separate names. You're welcome. You're welcome, Mud Rabbit. I hope that you have a really cool dream, and I hope that you heal up really, really nicely. Thank you for being here. We're praying for you. We're praying for you. And look who we have here. James Rohrback's in the house.
Hello, hello.
How you doing?
Doing well, man. How are you?
If I was doing any better, I'd be you. True story.
Well, I almost banned your second account. I was like, wait, is this a troll?
Oh, my son's account?
Well, Aaron Jr., is that it?
Yeah, that's my son, yeah.
Oh, what kind of woodworking?
Oh, well, let me see. Let me see if I can, if any of his woodworking is up here. I have this somewhere. I don't know where it all is right now.
No worries. I actually did a Seattle home show with my former boss, and he had milled live edge table, which he did his presentation on.
Okay.
And it was for sale, but it was like 10 grand at least. um, like if you can mill a nice table and like varnish it, like, you know, really kind of bring out the rings on it, and, you know, on a hardwood, and but that live edge, just people make bars out of that.
Now, when you say live edge, you mean like it still has the bark on it or something?
Yeah, basically.
Is that what it is?
Basically, on some species you can do that. Yeah, but
Okay.
just to even have like the, you know, down to the cambium layer, live edge is still kind of cool, and it just depends on the species.
Okay. Have you ever heard of Paduke wood? It's gonna be orange.
Where's that grow?
I think it grows out of the ground. I think on Earth somewhere. I don't know. We got it at this place in Minneapolis that sells woodworking stuff. It's a famous place. I can't remember what it's called right now. My mom gets her stuff there for her carving stuff too. I made this little meme today because I just don't think people understand when we're talking about Jeffrey E., the famous Jeffrey E.
Oh yeah.
With the island and everything.
Yeah.
And those flight logs that have been made public, the ones that have been banting around, you know, people see.
Mm-hmm. Little,
you know, like Bill Clinton has been there 26 times.
Lolita Express.
Well, guess what? Guess what? Those flight logs only cover 3 years.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought, because it would seem like such a short list.
So, yeah, the list of people.
It would have had to been traffic in and out, you know.
Just think of the multitude of, you know, I put there, this evil is much bigger than we thought. It is, because, okay, so Bill Clinton had Jeffrey over at the White House a few times, and there's actual records of that. So it goes back to the 90s. So you take that 8.6 trips per year that he averaged at 26 by 3. You know, how many years has it been? I mean,
yeah, well, there was, I don't know if you remember back, but there was those video or the pictures of the Obama and George Clooney on the boat.
Oh,
and
yeah.
The little Asian girl.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I do remember that.
And then she all of a sudden disappeared.
Yeah, it's it's pretty sick what's happening. Really, what's happening. It's all starting to come out, though. That woman on Project Veritas, that was the child protective people, are putting kids right into the hands of criminals and illegals and traffickers.
Oh, CPS? Yeah. And no, you're totally right. And I've got a huge fear of getting CPS involved. You know, or trying to do like mandatory like visitation with my daughter, you know, because she's now 11 and she can think for herself, but you know, she's at that age still.
Well, my kids were able to live with me full time as soon as they were old enough to decide for themselves. I think they were like 13 or something. But I never got a guardian ad litem, and I always thought, because I couldn't afford it, I always thought, oh, I wish I could do that for my kids. But now looking back at it, I think that's how it gets started with these guardian ad litems.
Yeah, they are the ones that report to the state.
Yes.
They represent your child when you're in any sort of legal. Yeah. So
I was really lucky that I wasn't able to afford that.
No, they did it for free for me. All I did was I had to go down and get my daughter's birth certificate and find out I wasn't on it.
What?
Yeah.
Why weren't you on it? I mean, did they list the dad?
She claimed she didn't know who the father was, I think.
Well, you need to introduce yourself.
Well, I've been a part of my daughter's life for many years, but I had to go down and figure this out legally, what was going on.
Wow.
And you know, and it even cost me like $25 or something to get the birth certificate, and then I had to go down to a couple offices downtown Seattle and, like, you know, say, hey, what's going on with this? You know, I should have been on the birth certificate, and I mean, I should have been invited for one. I had contact with several members of her family, or mother, or, you know, grandparents and everything. Nobody gave me a call that my daughter was being born. So I had, you know.
Wow.
Well, anyway, long story, and yeah, I had to go through the motions, and then they did a DNA test on us.
Yeah.
For a match. So I wouldn't do a 23andMe or any of that crap, but you know, they had to be able to, you know, prove that. And then they started coming after me. Basically, I initiated it, and then they started coming after me for child support.
They always go after the guy. They always go after the guy no matter what. It's easy target.
Yeah, but I didn't want the court being involved in family matters. You know what I mean?
They really shouldn't, unless there's something really nasty going on.
Because then it could go to CPS because her mom's a mess, and so, but she's living with her great grandparents, so they're very well to do, and she's in a good school district, and you know, and I still go and see her and everything, but yeah, she's like 11 going on 16 or something.
Sure, yeah, it's a tough age to be in these days too, where everyone's trying to identify as a toaster. I'm a toaster today.
Well, girls mature quicker, you know, at that age, at least mentally, I think. Mm-hmm. And then you have like the COVID factor, where she was literally wearing a mask, and you know, it was hard for us to go do anything because I was like not gonna wear a mask.
Right.
And then like that, yeah, I don't know, but yeah. We used to go fishing, and her mom told her that fishing was a guy thing.
Really?
Yeah. Now she's like, well, she just want to go fishing because she thinks I'm going to treat him like a guy. I'm like, no, this is like a family thing.
Wow.
And she always used to love it. Enough about me, man.
All right. Hey, I got something here that you might enjoy. I saw this today. Let's see if this is going to work. Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, gosh. Don't tell me. Did it freeze up again? Are we frozen?
Oh, I did send you on Messenger the German balloon that they're sending our way.
Oh, did you? Yeah. Unfortunately, my whole computer is all froze up right now. I can't do anything. I'm going to have to log off and log back on again. So here's your chance to do shadow puppet work or whatever you want to do.
Oh, well, I can say hello to everyone.
This is being the James Rohrback show for a little while here.
Oh, my goodness. Pressure's on.
Now, is this a show? I'm about to show a really, really interesting little comic. So, oh well. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Time me. See you right there. See you in the back in a few minutes.
Okay. I'll try and do you justice. Hello, everyone.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
I'm watching your chats. Thanks, Mad Pogue. I appreciate the support. Anybody been fishing lately? I keep wanting to go, and then the daylight is so limited here that it's like, wow. Get off work and I've got like no time. It's already dark. My boss is actually down or just up the hill, and when I get off work, I could actually cruise down the hill. There's a river right there, parking lot and everything. And even if it's raining, I could go up underneath the bridge. So I got no excuses. Hi, Peggy Dancer. Good to see you. Dark Brain, you're my brother from another mother. Good to see you. Welcome to hit me up after the show if you want. So my boss's son-in-law, he really wanted this kayak apparently, and I'm sure it's like a $400 to $500 kayak or something. And he got it, and he's like, yeah, I'll use it. And it's sitting underneath my boss's stairway. I'm like, whose kayak is that? I had to bug him a little bit. He called him a couple times. And he's like, oh yeah, let me look at how much it is. We had to call him again because he never called back. And finally, when he did, he said, oh, $125. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'll buy it. So it's not mine yet, but that'll be fun and open up some fishing spots. So. That is so good, man. I'm blessed. Are you guys blessed?
Blessed.
Right on, brother.
Well, we're back. I don't know how long it's gonna go, but we're back for now.
I know. $125 for a kayak is what I was just saying.
$125?
Yeah, for a kayak.
I think I paid more for mine than that.
Yeah, well, it's used, but it's like it's been used like once.
Oh yeah, you sold it or you bought it?
I'm about to buy it. No, it's not a folding kayak. No.
No, but so
you got a folding Oh, I've been seeing those commercials. Those are expensive. Those are like.
I don't have a folding one. I had a regular one, but I sold it.
All right, sorry, Aaron. I'm responding to Mad Poke. She's responding in chat. So.
Oh, okay.
She got the folding kayak.
Okay. Just don't hit the fold button when you're in the water.
No, it like folds out, and it's like, are they clear? Did you get a clear one?
Oh, X-Runaway Goldfish is here. Hello, buddy. Good morning. That's so weird. We're all around the world. It's so cool. All around our globe, our round globe, right?
Blue, okay. See, if you get the clear version, you can see through the water down below you.
Yeah, it's kind of scary if there's sharks down there.
No, that'd be cool.
But then they'd see you. They go, aha, lunch.
Nah. You hit them with the paddle. You pop them in the nose.
Hit him with the paddle. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta pop them in the nose.
Oh my.
Like Bad Dog. Well, all their senses are in their nose. Like you gotta, like if one's coming near you and you're scuba diving or something, you punch them in the nose.
Okay. Yeah.
I thought everybody knows that.
You know, if you ever find yourself inside an elephant, you know how you get out of an elephant?
How do you get into an elephant?
I don't know. I know how to get out. I don't know how you get in, but I know how you get out. You run around and around and around until you're all pooped down. There you go. Here you go. Here's something to look at.
Oh my!
Look at this. It's Evilus Knievelus. Yes, back at the Coliseum, jumping those little vehicles. I guess like Evilus Knievelus back in Roman times. I bet they did that. You think? That horse landing though would be kind of tough, huh?
Okay, so I'm watching chat and I'm scared to hit the X button because I think that'll back me up.
Oh. Back you up.
No, I mean it might drop me from the call. I've had it happen before. I don't know.
DJ. Mad Pope is saying DJ for some reason. That's what happens if you don't look at the chat too much. It's like, what are they talking about? What are they talking about? Did you hear what Trump said? He's got a plan for when he gets back in to be president to take care of all this trans junk and to get rid of it all. I think it's fantastic.
Well, there was an agenda that was it was being voted on or presented to be voted on. I don't know exactly, but everybody had a link. Well, I got a link to fill out, but it was in Washington to give kids the opportunity to transition or to,
I couldn't hear what you said there.
In Washington, there was a bill they're trying to either present or vote on.
Okay.
And there was a link shared around to where they're trying to give the kids an opportunity to do transition stuff
right
without parental consent.
Oh, that's terrible.
Under
Right. And that's what Trump is speaking out against, is that kind of junk that's going on.
Yeah, that's not right. I mean, they're minors. I mean,
that's right. You're 100% right. I mean, and I have so much sympathy for these poor kids, because when I was a kid, when I was in second grade, I've told this story before on the show, but when I was in second grade, we moved during the middle of we were moving around a lot. My dad was going from job to job for a while. Mm-hmm. And so I came into Oak Hill Elementary School in second grade in the middle of the year. And when I walked into the room, all of the boys were cheering. Yay, he's a boy. And I was all confused, and the teacher could tell I was confused. And she said, Mrs. Squibb, my teacher, said, well, no, we better explain to Aaron what this is all about. See, we didn't know if you were going to be a boy or a girl. And I thought, what? Oh. And no, I'm telling you, it's not a laughing thing, because that affected me. It made me wonder about things I shouldn't have been wondering about, and no kid should be wondering about.
Oh.
I can only imagine what happens now when you have freaks trying to freak everybody out. But so the only reason now, what she didn't explain to me was Aaron is a girl's name and a boy's name. She didn't say that part.
Oh, they didn't know your spelling.
She obviously did, because she was a teacher and she got the message.
Oh, what?
So I don't know how she could have But I'm telling you, it's a scary thing.
Well, I actually know a girl named, her spelling is Aarin.
Erin. It's
No,
I know.
Aarin is her name, but yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Okay.
So,
The typical spelling of the girl's name is Erin.
oh
It's
no,
actually the
yeah,
Irish. It's the Irish spelling, which I'm
yeah.
Irish, which is weird too. But that's not that the spelling and all the semantics isn't really what I'm talking about here. What I'm talking about is a child being confronted with this kind of a thing that shouldn't be. It shouldn't even be in brought up, and it was horrifying to me. And I thought, well, maybe I am I a boy. I started to wonder what the heck the difference was, and
Well, that's why you don't give kids the option to make these choices before they're adults.
I know, but I'm telling you, from someone who actually went through
Yeah,
the first part of it, it's scary as hell.
and it gets even worse when they're like messed with,
Yeah,
or sexually abused,
yeah,
or trafficked,
right.
or removed from their parents by CPS. You know,
It's insidious, and
Dude,
this
this is
whole
traumatic.
the CPS thing started. This whole thing probably started before that, but it really kicked it into high gear when Bill Clinton passed signed some bill into law where it incentivized give a dollar amount for removing a child from a family. So now,
Right.
and they get bonuses, and it's like, what? So it's
Yeah,
the
that's how these evil, vindictive, fat, short women go around, and like take their aggression out on these men, and destroy families for money and greed.
yeah,
It's literally trafficking. I swear.
it's evil. It's really evil. And I also like to say I hear a lot. Childhood is sacred. That it's a sacred thing that you cannot bring back after it's been destroyed by some.
And
It's
the innocence of youth, and being able to have a mother and a father and you know, a home that can provide for at least one kid.
I, I was
It
really
used to be.
I
My,
wasn't abused. I mean, I was given the belt a lot from my dad.
oh yeah, no, I'm not talking about spanking. We got to bring back spanking in my opinion.
Yeah,
I mean, I think that's why we have a lot of spoiled, rotten adults.
yeah,
Who never got spanked.
right. Yeah.
And there's abuse in it.
The spanking can be overdone. I mean, my dad spanked me with a leather belt, a thin belt doubled over on the bare butt, and you could not sit down. You couldn't even lay down. It was just horrifying.
Well, I mean, there's a couple whips, and then there's like, it's too much.
Yeah, it's
and like a belt or paddle with the hole in it. That was the one that would leave a blister.
Yeah. I used to make paddles for my teachers, hoping they wouldn't use it on me.
Yeah. Well, you remember? I don't know if anybody's seen the movie Dazed and Confused, and they made these paddles, where they would chase the the freshman or whoever's junior, and so the guys would chase the new guys with paddles.
Okay.
And, chase them down and corner them and give them a couple of lickings, and then after that they were cool, And same thing with the girls; they would give them these like treatments, like they would abuse them, like spray water on them,
Terrible.
It was like a hazing. that is also kind of, and that's in school, right?
Right. Yeah. Oh,
That's before it goes, and then you go through like, what's that Will Ferrell movie, where they have the fraternity,
hmm right.
all the hazing stuff going on.
Right. I remember
That's like satanic ritual abuse, basically.
in our school. In our school, they gave guys the swirlies. That's where they put their head in the toilet and flush it and give them a swirly.
Right.
And they tried it on this one guy. What was his name? I can't remember his name, but he was really strong. I mean, he didn't look that strong, but he was very strong.
Did he have a pompadour?
No, it wasn't me. No. Gosh, why can't I remember his name?
I tried, brother.
I can't remember his name, but no, they never dared do it with me. They never dared.
Yeah, it was the pompadour. Yeah.
They wouldn't dare. No, I actually didn't wear my hair like this back in high school. Except on Back to the 50s Day. Then I did. But other than that, I was too afraid of getting teased, really. So the day after I got out of high school, I started wearing my hair like this. So I was free from it. Yeah, it's terrible. School is a nasty place to be. So homeschool your kids, folks.
No, homeschooling is good, but like, you need the local homeschool group.
Of course.
Where you can meet up with other homeschool kids.
Of course. Yeah.
At least once a week.
Right. But this whole institution that looks just like a jail that just prepares your kid to be in jail, it's not good.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't promote free thinking.
But you know what? I used to work at an elementary school, Alice Smith Elementary School in Hopkins, Minnesota. I was a teacher's aide working at a daycare, an in-house daycare at the school. And the teachers there were really, really good. I mean, after school, they would be in the conference room talking about different kids and, oh, this kid's going through a divorce, so be extra gentle with this kid and if, try not to yell at this kid too much because he's going through this at home. And so I really saw these very caring, loving teachers trying to give the best kind of teaching to the kids with their all the challenges.
Well, we had, I don't know, we were probably lucky with certain teachers that we grew up with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was really blessed with one. Like at third grade, like they would, like, I'd be melting crayons on a radiator, it's just bored.
On the heater, really? Oh yeah.
On the radiator, yeah, I was just melting crayons.
Cool.
Just like, oh, this is fun, but I was just bored in school.
Yeah.
And so they were trying to figure out why I was, distracted.
Mm-hmm.
And so they put me in like the stupid special needs kind of almost portable. And but they were like, what's going on here? Like, this kid's too smart, Those teachers were like used to dealing with other people, and we're like, no. And they ended up giving me a test where it was a math test where you just go through and you just answer every question until you get to one that you're like, I don't know this,
Mm-hmm.
And so it was like third grade, and so I just go, and it was like hours, and it's like, oh my goodness, like, and I guess where I was like, yeah, this doesn't make sense anymore, they stopped and they looked, and they referenced the page that I'm on, and I'm like, holy crap, this is like 12th grade, 6th month math, So just off the charts,
So you're doing 6th grade math, and what grade were you in?
No, 12th grade, 6th month math in 3rd grade.
Oh. Okay.
And nobody had taught me.
Well, that's pretty cool.
And so it was like, what?
Yes, William, this is live. This is live, William. It's
Yeah, Cajun. Yeah, I was really weird.
only do lives is really what it is right now. I can't do other kind of shows. They're all lives. But if they're on my channel, like from a couple days ago, they're not live. They're for rewatching.
So you just leave your lives up and you're good?
Yeah, that's my programs are my lives.
Well, YouTube now categorizes the lives, separate from anything you upload. So
I don't like that. Yeah, I know.
Well, it's all right. It's all right with lives versus, something you post, because it helps sort through something if somebody's looking for a good something you posted. I don't like the shorts, though.
No, I always wear long pants, too.
Well, hopefully they're not khakis from the Patriot Front.
Oh, no. I don't wear khakis. I had to, that was like a dress code for some place, and I said, well, I definitely can't do a khakis. Then you can't work here. I said, okay, I can't work here then. I'm not going to wear khakis. Are you kidding me? Khakis are tacky. It even rhymes. Come on. Tacky khaki.
Tacky khaki.
Tacky
Yeah.
khaki. Khaki. It's a stupid name, too.
What's up with the Patriot Front? I mean, like, are you kidding?
The Patriot Front, isn't that like Antifa with MAGA stuff on?
Yeah, and khakis.
Oh, they wear khakis?
Yeah, they wear khakis.
Tacky khakis? Well,
Oh, yeah.
if you're wearing khakis, you're not MAGA. I'm sorry, but that's just the first tip-off right there.
You know what I did? I went down to the local Army-Navy store, and I ended up buying these pants. They were apparently like CIA training pants.
Oh, yeah? CIA training pants?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
CIA training pants. Boy.
Cargo pants with the like tie at the bottom,
Cargo pants. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I don't know. There's something about that color khaki. Man.
Now these are blue.
Oh, they're blue. Okay.
Yeah, these are like a grayish blue. Definitely not a khaki.
I wear black pants all the time. All the time I wear black pants.
Trust me, I don't want to imitate the Patriot Front.
Right. Who would want to?
Yeah, it's a tacky look.
Khaki is tacky. Look at externally goldfish agrees. Khaki is tacky. And the name khaki. What's kind of unfair. You know what's kind of unfair is when they name things after they've been big and they give them a dumb name like a mullet hairdo. No one ever called it a mullet when they were popular. If they would have, it would have lost favor because it's a dumb sounding thing. No one wants a mullet, right?
Or a bowl cut.
Well, but I mean, mullets, they didn't call them mullets when they first were wearing them. It was just a hairdo. Long in the back.
Business in the front, party in the back.
Yeah. But then someone came along and all of a sudden categorize them all as mullets, and all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute, you can't do this. You can't just change. I mean, I've never had a mullet, but if I did, I would be upset about that. You can't just go ahead and change a hairdo like that. Change the name of it.
Yeah, well, Barack Obama's all about change, you know. That's all we'll have once he leaves, you know. The puppet master of Biden.
Yeah, all of our country's problems started with Barack. Well, actually, probably started after Kennedy was assassinated. But here's a little meme I did for the flat earthers. A couple of fleas in the back of a dog arguing.
Hey, I'll be right back.
All right. I say the dog is flat. I say the dog is dog-shaped. Flat dog theory. They've got members all around the dog. All around the dog. Khaki is wacky. Business in the front, party in the back. There you go. Yeah, you wonder if the Native Americans called them mullets. I don't know. And how to take a picture of UAPs. I think it depends on your phone. Usually you have to choose the photo app to take a photo and then just zoom in and take a picture. I would think. I think we call it hockey hairdo in my league. Oh, okay, hockey hairdo.
That's a sorry excuse.
Hockey hairdo?
Is it like a Canadian with bangs, like Geddy Lee?
I think he's talking about a mullet.
Yeah, but like Geddy Lee with bangs, like
I'm not sure.
Like the guys from Rush.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen a picture of Rush. Sorry.
Yeah, well, they're Canadian, and like Geddy Lee had bangs.
Okay. I didn't know they were Canadian.
Alex Lifeson had bangs.
I had no clue about that.
But they had long hair.
Right.
They just couldn't swoop it to the side and let it grow out. They had to cut it.
Okay.
It looked a little ghoulish. I don't know. But
I'll have to take a look at that. I haven't.
But they rock. They absolutely rock. They're like seriously. Geddy Lee, Neil Peart, Alex Lifeson.
I've heard their music. Yeah, I've
Rush is one of the most epic bands. Goodness gracious.
Yeah. Well,
for three guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's hard to make that much. You know, it's progressive, which I love, because it makes you think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Three guys that can make a lot of music is a really cool thing.
They fill all the spaces.
Right. One of my favorite bands has three members as well. It's Stray Cats. They make a lot of noise too.
They're actually really good for if you like it. Yeah, if you like that style, and yeah, I do like that style. But they are probably the best.
Oh yeah, they're incredible. You know what? When I first heard that first song, when Rock This Town came out, it was playing on the radio. I was at my apartment in Hopkins, Minnesota.
Bebop.
Sitting at my apartment, and the song comes on as a brand new band, Stray Cats. And it went jing, 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 jing. I went, holy crap, someone's doing rockabilly. I got in my car. I hightailed it down to the mall strip mall right across the highway, Highway 7. And I ran into the record store that was there at the time. And I went and I got the record because I remembered the name of it, Stray Cats. And I got up to the counter. I was paying for it when I realized that the record store's radio station was the same as I was listening to, and the song was still playing. The song was still playing as I was paying for it. So I bought the album before the song was done. That's how excited I was.
That's awesome. Actually, that's great. You ought to share a link for people to check it out because, yeah, Stray Cat Strut.
No, Rock This Town. That was their first.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Rock This Town.
Yeah, Rock This Town. That's a good one. Yeah.
I should put that in the chat, huh?
Yeah. Share it out so that, they know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Don't play it here because you get a copyright.
Right.
No, that's good.
Rock This Town.
You're gonna want to move your hips. I'll tell you.
And you know what I kept thinking is, man, if these guys would have came out in the 50s, they would have given Elvis a run for his money, you know?
Yeah, but that's kind of the fun of it. Like, you can kind of bring the style back. And if you do it, in a really, really nice way, you represent it, on a different level.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
Here it is, a rockabilly. Rockabilly is the best. I think it's like the roots of rock and roll, and
it's just dang good. I mean,
it's so good. It's so good. And I like I said, I got that record and I looked at every single song, who wrote each song, and on that album was a couple of songs by Eddie Cochran. So that's what got me into Eddie Cochran. And he did.
He wrote some of them?
Oh, yeah. So Eddie Cochran did, his big hit was Summertime Blues. Now, that wasn't on that record. Another song that he did was on there. But
yeah, he's a good one, too.
So
that almost makes sense that he was behind them.
There's the link for Rock This Town. So rock out with that. And what's really interesting about that band, Brian Setzer used to play just by himself in little ravioli joints in New York. And
didn't he have his own band?
Yeah, he was just himself. And he would go into these little ravioli joints and do his little, rockabilly. And then he'd get beat up a lot because the chicks were all gathering around him, and the guys didn't like that.
Uh-huh.
And he also to pay bills, he was also in a top 40 band. So he was playing an outdoor gig somewhere in New York doing this top 40 band. And before the band started, they put a call out to the audience. They said, look, our drummer didn't show up. If anybody here is a drummer, and if you have your drums with you, please come up to the stage. And Slim Jim Phantom was there. He ran out to his car and just grabbed his snare drum and his sticks and came back and rocked all night with the snare drum. And Brian Setzer was so impressed. He invited him over and they rocked. And then, it turns out that Slim Jim Phantom was friends with Lee Rocker, and they had a blues group together, those two. So they got together, and the rest is history.
That's crazy.
And they actually couldn't get any gigs anywhere, and they had no connections really. And rockabilly wasn't really in big demand here, but someone from England talked them into going to England. Said, hey, rockabilly is huge over there. You guys would be huge over there. So that's what they did. went over there, they got big over there. They did a couple of albums over there. They got big, and then they came over here. So that's really cool that they did that.
No, was it them that did Cat Scratch Fever, or was that them?
No, that's Ted Nugent.
No, I know that's Ted Nugent, but like, there's another song. It's like
A Stray Cat Strut.
Stray Cat Strut. That's it.
Yeah, lots of really good songs.
Yeah, they had a bunch of hits.
Your Baby Blue Eyes. That's an old Gene Vincent song. Your baby eyes that you promised and I had got me in a mess. Why don't you do right and quit trying to fight every time we get distressed? It's a pretty cool song. They're all great songs back then.
I like it.
They had to be good.
Yeah, well, they were just, they did those couple songs that were just huge, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't there for when they came out,
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, I wasn't paying attention. I heard about them later. A lot of music I've heard about after the fact.
Okay.
But I try and look for the best of the best. So they are definitely, if that's your genre, they are these knees, and of course them covering old stuff would make sense.
Yeah, well, I think I really resonate with this kind of music because when I was a kid, like I said, we were moving around a lot. And so when you move around a lot, you need boxes a lot. So
you need something that makes you move.
we were getting boxes to move. Oops. Wrong one. This one. We were getting boxes to move with, and behind the store, and this guy was putting boxes out for us. And I picked up this box, and it had some records in it, some 45s, a bunch of them. And I said, well, this one has records in it. He goes, yeah, we just changed to tapes. We're not going to use those anymore. You can have those. I went, oh, really? It was a Chubby Checker, Elvis Presley, Buddy Holly.
Oh, good stuff.
Gene Vincent, Ricky Nelson, Chuck Berry.
I love Chuck Berry.
Little Richard.
I wondered about Chuck Berry with his sweet little 16,
Yeah.
And then you hear about, like, I watched Out of Shadows again the other day. And what's his face? The comedian. It was like, well, I'm spacing his name.
Someone from a band?
No, a comedian was talking about Sammy Davis Jr. being a Satan worshiper.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Why am I spacing his name this hard? This is like not cool.
Yeah, it happens to me all the time. Don't worry. Sorry about that. I'm sorry, I'm no big help. Jim Carrey?
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy, okay.
Yeah, he was passenger in the car with oh, he's totally Jewish. Seinfeld.
Oh yeah, Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, Seinfeld was driving and Eddie Murphy was talking about Sammy Davis Jr. And you can see it in. I shared that channel earlier with Cajun. He asked about it, or she, asked about, because I mentioned I found this channel that had all these like full documentaries on them on Rumble. And Out of Shadows was on there. JFK to 9/11. I posted the Candace Owens video on BLM.
Okay.
But there's just so many on there.
Here's their first album, Stray Cats' first album. I got this one. It's a English release. Great album.
I don't know.
Got a song in there called Fishnet Stockings. Well, my sweet baby wears fishnet stockings. When she starts rocking, man, they ain't no stopping singing. Bop, bop, a two bop. Fishnet stockings sure want my do up when she's rocking. Bop, 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 there ain't no stopping. Rocking with my baby in a fishnet stocking. Well, she got a pair of pink, got a pair of red. When she puts a black ones out, she make me lose my head. That's so cool. It's just the coolest music, man. It's so high energy, so fun. You cannot stand still when this music is playing. And that's it. There he is with this, just a snare drum. Just a snare drum, Gretsch guitar. Now this Gretsch guitar that Setzer has, it's a 1959, I believe, 612 Gretsch. And that's the exact same guitar Eddie Cochran had. And
Sounds right.
Brian Setzer saw a picture of Eddie Cochran with his famous guitar at the record store.
Gretsch.
And Brian said, I gotta find a guitar like that. And he found a guitar just like it. It was all in pieces. He put it together. That's the one he used in all of his early albums. Yeah, he bought it in pieces. But yeah, it's the exact same sound.
Well, there's so much music history, man. And
Yeah.
Jimi Hendrix, he's buried down in Renton.
Really?
Yep.
Someone in our audience here saw Jimi Hendrix.
Oh yeah.
And guess who he was
I'm not looking at the chat right now.
Guess who he was opening for in Florida?
Oh.
The Monkees.
The Monkees, yeah, that was the worst combination ever. I think they got booed out.
Combination. It was a great combination.
Well, I think people were really shocked. Like,
they were shocked, but that was good because the Monkees brought all the people in, then they saw him. That's what
maybe, but like I remember it being like recorded as one of the worst combinations, you know.
Well,
I remember hearing that about years ago.
I think it was a pretty good match because I mean, as a young, different artist, you want to be opening up for a big act. In fact,
no, he was definitely like the more amazing to see for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but the people that go to the Monkees, like they're not like, you know.
Yeah, but the Monkees had a following because they had a very hit TV show, big lots of hits, great songs, very well used, awesome songs, and that they brought in lots of people. And the person in the chat here that saw that went out and got a Jimi Hendrix record.
Who was it?
I don't know. I don't know if that person wants to be known, but
I can go look at chat right now.
But yeah, that's a kind of a cool story. But yeah, it's a lot of music history. I'm telling you.
Well, anyway, yeah. I mean, I love music history. It's pretty cool. But there's certain combinations you probably shouldn't do.
Yeah.
And like you say, maybe it worked out.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember hearing about that, like I swear it was like VH1 or something, like, you know, the worst combinations of openers versus, you know, main.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny, but there's certain groups that are just way better live.
I saw the Monkees live. They were actually pretty good, actually. And it was all of them except for one. Michael Nesmith wasn't there, but the rest of them were there. And it was really, really good, actually. I was surprised.
Huh.
Very good. The sound was really good. They sounded great. The music sounded great. You know who really put on a good show, too, is Boston in concert. They really did put on a great show, Boston.
Oh, I would love to see that.
I saw them when they first came out and just a couple of years ago with their new singer. And they were awesome. Fantastic.
What was it, Brad Delph or something?
Brad Delp, yeah, he was the lead singer that passed away.
Oh,
Very sadly.
that sucked.
But yeah, he had an incredible voice. You know what he was doing at the time of his death? He was in a Beatles tribute. He was doing Beatles music.
He was what, covering?
Yeah, he was in a Beatles lookalike or a tribute band. Isn't that weird? Now, I think that, to me, the songs that Boston did were way better than the songs that the Beatles did, in my opinion.
Well, their first album was like solid.
Oh, so solid, yeah.
It's one of the most epic. I have a picture disc of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. I'll go see.
I bought so many of those.
But that album in particular, that's just like, what? And then the next one, it was like Amanda was like the only,
Well, their next album didn't come out for a year later because they were caught up in court. There's the Boston's first album right there with the exploding Earth and the guitars with the towns on top of them escaping from Earth. Beautiful. Perfect. And the music was so far ahead of its time, so futuristic sounding. And here's their second album, which came out several years later. Don't Look Back.
Yeah, Don't Look Back. That's a good one.
Yeah. But yeah, the original is nothing. That's my island album. If I was on an island and only could have one album, that's
No, don't you get 3?
No, just one.
No, I think you get 3 island discs.
No, one. Just one. You gotta narrow it down.
What?
You gotta narrow it down. Travel lightly when you're on the island there. You gotta have just one album.
Right. So what's your pick again?
What's the what?
What's your pick?
Boston's first album.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. That's my island album.
I like that. Yeah. I'm going through my records real quick. And it's just like all Beatles.
Really?
Yeah, I got a lot of Beatles. Steve Miller,
Steve Miller.
Joplin.
I saw him in concert. Steve Miller puts on a great show. If you ever have a chance to see him, go see him.
A couple Jimi Hendrix. Doors, but it's the original version because it's still got the sticker that says hello, includes hello, I love you.
Oh, yeah? Now, did you ever hear any of my shows with Andrew? Because he met, what's his name? Jim Morrison from the Doors.
You know, he was son of, I think it was the Admiral of the Gulf of Tonkin incident that started Vietnam.
Okay. Oh, look, we found out who it was. Yes, and I was in awe when I saw Jimmy perform. See, it was Catherine Weiss.
Oh, Catherine. Nice.
Yeah. So that's a little piece of rock history there she got to see. And she was blown away by this guy, on the ground playing with his teeth. And what's going on here?
Oh, yeah.
They'd never seen anything like that before.
Wait, Jim Morrison or Hendrix? He says Hendrix.
No, Hendrix. Yeah, but Jim Morrison, Andy met Jim Morrison at a restaurant when he was waiting for his dad. And Jim Morrison walked in and he said, hey, young man, what are you doing here? He goes, I'm waiting for my dad. We're teleporting across the country, and the Tesla Ford will teleport. And he said, oh, really? He goes, wow, really? He goes, wow, you could be president someday. It's like a weird thing to say, because he thinks that Jim Morrison's father was maybe in the programs, which means Jim Morrison might have also been in the program. Which
he was definitely in the program. That they were experimenting with LSD and trying to create this hippie culture, bro.
Right. Well, maybe he's still alive and living as an assumed identity somewhere or something. Because they never showed his body. His body never showed up.
Well, he's supposedly buried in Paris, right?
Say what?
Jim Morrison is supposedly buried in Paris.
In Paris?
Yeah. Cemetery in Paris is apparently, if you Google it, that's what it comes up.
Okay. Mad Poke says Tom Scholz is a crazy musical genius and a purist. The back cover of the first Boston album adamantly states no synthesizers used, no computers used. Yeah, because there wasn't any.
Oh, I love that.
There wasn't any computers. But what they did use was his inventions. He was an inventor, and he invented all kinds of little gizmos that would enhance the sound. In fact, he invented the Guitar Man thing where you hit the button with your foot. He invented that.
Oh, the wah?
Yeah. The thing where you hit you got a little effects thing with your foot. You can hit it with your foot and your guitar makes different sounds. That's his.
Yeah, well, they had all kinds of pedals. I mean, wah pedals. Like, that's what Hendrix used as a wah, you know. You know, he was doing that pedal the whole time.
Okay.
While he was playing whatever he was playing.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of one that Scholz invented, but he did invent that. He invented some stuff for Kodak too.
Yeah, you can go today and it's called like the wah pedal or a crybaby.
Okay.
And it's just a pedal, and it's just you lean back and forth on it with your foot as you're playing, and it's just a work,
It changes the sound.
Yeah, and there's fuzz ones.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can have all these lined up in a row, so you can hit one, turn off, switch to another one. Like Joe Walsh did a lot of that.
Yeah.
You know,
I saw him. First concert I ever saw was Eagles, Steve Miller, Pablo Cruz at the old Met Stadium in Minneapolis, where the Vikings used to play.
Man, that sounds like a great show.
It was a great show, but they had a stern warning before the concert. They said, if anyone, for the days leading up to it, that no alcohol is going to be, can't bring alcohol in, or, otherwise they're not going to have events there ever again. And so I was too young to even drink when I was there. I had to get a ride there. I didn't even drive yet. And I saw some people walking around with bottles of booze in their pockets. I thought, oh no, they're going to ruin it for everybody. But they didn't. Apparently they kept having shows there. So.
No, I think that's more for like behind the scenes. Like as if law enforcement might be keeping an eye on the situation.
Yeah.
And like they can't account for the people attending, as long as it's not too obvious.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. It might have been a one-time situation for that. I don't know.
All right. All right. Well, that's that.
You hit your time limit.
Yeah, we're coming up to the end here. I think we're gonna cut her off here. I want to thank you, James Rohrback, for stopping in, calling in today, and taking over for me while I had computer difficulties. So thank you so much.
Well, that's what brothers do. So I got you, bro.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'll talk to you soon.
All right. God bless you guys, everyone in chat, and peace within.
Awesome. Thanks, buddy.
God bless.
All right. All right, folks. We did it again. Episode 299. 299. Can you believe it? Can you even believe it? I can't believe it. So thank you, everyone, for coming by. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I want to thank Catherine Weiss for the super chat. Thank you so much. It's awesome that everybody knows now that you saw that awesome history-making concert so many years ago. And what a cool memory to have, indeed. And thank you, William, for showing up, and everybody else, BBP the Man, Dark Brain, Mudrab, I hope she's resting well right now, Mad Pogue, and everybody else that stopped on by. We love you. And Peggy Dancer, and Catherine Weiss. Who else? Cajun Jules. Who am I missing? Everybody. Oh, X-Runaway Goldfish. Can't forget about him. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you all. You guys rock. We'll see you back again here on Wednesday night and Friday. We're going to be getting some guests soon. I'm in communications with the Swearingens. So Carrie and Todd Swearingen, look for them coming soon. And some other special guests I got lined up. You're going to be surprised. You're going to love it. And we're going to have a lot of fun. Until then, peace in.